Welcome back. My name is Patrick. This is the Fanatic Rundown. Round 1 of the Battle of Alberta has come to a close. The Calgary Flames walking away with a 9-6 victory in Game 1. We thought the 9-5 game in the regular season was an anomaly. Turns out it was just a harbinger of more to come. A 9-6 Calgary Flames victory tonight. But just before I dig into the hockey game, I want to show you guys something really cool. Received an amazing gift tonight from one of my subscribers. Check that out. Love the old school retro logo we used, the old Todd McFarlane logo. Oilers coming out with a new rendition of this next year, brand new jersey, can't wait to see it. This amazing gift was from one of my subscribers, Thor. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Amazing gift, amazing guy, and like I said, I am just thrilled with this. I'll hang this up here in the studio. Also picked up this shirt tonight at the Rogers Place store and a few little puck souvenirs for the Battle of Alberta. But yes, getting back to the 9-6 shellacking. The Oilers really had no business being in this hockey game. Jacob Markstrom was terrible. Mike Smith was terrible. Mikko Koskinen came in. He wasn't much better. Mike Smith was pulled very early in this hockey game, gave up the very first shot, under 30 seconds in, 1-0 Flames, and it just all went downhill from there. It was 3-0 Flames before you could even blink. Connor McDavid with a nice deke in front of Markstrom cut the Flames lead to 3-1, and you were kind of hoping that Connor McDavid goal might give the Oilers some life. Unfortunately, the Flames keep coming. They end up going up 5-1 before the Oilers strike again to make it 5-2. Flames go up 6-2, and then the second period surge from the Oilers. Oilers come all the way back to make it 6-5 heading into the third period. Zach Hyman takes over. He quickly makes it 6-3, picks up another a short time later, makes it 6-4, and then in the dying moments of the second, Leon Draisaitl buries one past Markstrom to make it 6-5, and we have a hockey game going into the third period, unbelievably. Like I said, no goaltender looked good tonight. It certainly wasn't all on goaltending. I'd say more of the Oilers' problems were on defense than on goaltending. Yes, Mike Smith struggled. Yes, Mikko Koskinen wasn't very good, especially when the Oilers come back to tie it 6-6. You really want to see some saves from Koskinen. Kyler Yamamoto had the huge goal for the Oilers early in the third to tie it 6-6, but from that point on, just like in the first period, it was all Flames. Had a pair of goals, like I said, to go up 8-6, and then an empty net goal to finish it off with a 9-6 victory. All three goaltenders that played in this hockey game were terrible, but it certainly wasn't all on goaltending. I'd say more of the Flames' problems was on goaltending. Jacob Markstrom let in a lot of goals tonight that he should have been able to stop. He was in poor position. Zach Hyman especially was able to eat him alive. But Mikko Koskinen and Mike Smith to start this hockey game both looked out of sorts as well. The Calgary Flames obviously had far more shots on the Oilers, but even still, the defense in front of Koskinen and Smith tonight was not good enough. The Oilers were sloppy in their own zone, gave up the puck in the offensive zone. So this loss isn't on any one player. Yes, Mike Smith could have been better. Mikko Koskinen could have definitely been better, but every single player in front of them could have also been a hell of a lot better too. There were struggles all over the ice. Once again, the Oilers aren't ready to start a hockey game. Like I said, they were down 3-0 before you could barely even blink. The Oilers need to come onto the ice ready to go. They were able to do that in Game 6 and Game 7 against LA, but they were right back to their old tricks here in Game 1 against Calgary. The Flames had all the momentum. The Oilers were able to fight their way back thanks to some terrible goaltending from Jacob Markstrom. The Oilers did play better in the second, but ultimately the Oilers' comeback really lays at the feet of Jacob Markstrom. Both sides really have a lot to look at after Game 1. I don't think any team should be overly happy with a 9-6 hockey game. The Flames, they can be happy they've got the victory, they've got a 1-0 series lead, but both teams really need to sit down, focus and practice, come back into Game 2 with new game plans because the Flames gave up way too much, the Oilers gave up way too much, and just like the 9-5 game earlier in the season, this was basically a football game. This wasn't a hockey game. Like 9 goals, 6 goals, Jay Woodcroft and his coaching staff have a lot of work to do with this team heading into Game 2. And all the fans in Oil Country, all the Flames fans in Calgary have to remember too, this is just one game. Yes, the Flames dominated. Yes, they scored 9 goals. But at the end of the day, if the Oilers come back, win Game 2 3-2, you know what? Both games are going to matter just as much. The series will be tied 1-1. So the Oilers have to go into it with that kind of mindset. I'm pretty certain the Oilers are just going to go back to Mike Smith in Game 2, but Stuart Skinner is an option. He's here with the team. I would totally consider putting Stuart Skinner in for Game 2. Koskinen struggled tonight. Smith struggled tonight. This is the playoffs. It's do or die. If Skinner comes in and struggles, you still have Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen there. So I think it's a no-lose situation, but yeah, guys, I don't want to spend too much more time dissecting that one. Calgary Flames 9, Edmonton Oilers 6. I think we all know what the problems are. Oilers goaltending wasn't good enough. Oilers defense wasn't good enough. The Oilers have to come out to a better start. They have to match the Calgary Flames intensity. You know the Flames are going to come hard after the Oilers again in Game 2. Have to stand up for themselves. Have to stay out of the penalty box. Get their goaltending, get their defense in order, and tie this series up. Headed back to Edmonton for Game 3. My player of the game tonight, Zach Hyman for the Edmonton Oilers. 2 goals. He was definitely the best Oiler on the ice tonight. He was creating chances, got the Oilers back into this one, gave them a chance to win this hockey game. Ultimately, they come short, but Zach Hyman, no shortage of effort tonight. He's tonight's player of the game. And my play of the game tonight goes to Rasmus Andersson of the Calgary Flames with the 7-6 goal that ends up being the winning goal tonight. After the Oilers came back to tie it, it was a dagger goal, gave the Flames the momentum back, and ultimately they pick up the 9-6 victory here tonight in Game 1. Well, that's all for me for tonight, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. I'll see you guys for Game 2. Take care.